All right, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Wake Up. We're out here in Chicago, and we got a big topic here on hand. Our big aspect, we want a woman's point of view is when a man gives you money to go after, you've already told him, hey, I'm pregnant, to go get an abortion, and he gives you that money, is your ride or die girl gonna drive you there, or what's the big no? Is the guy cut off? I know we're kind of throwing in a bunch of questions, but sorry, why don't you give us your point of view? You're pregnant.
Not really.
Your girl taking you, or what? She taking you?
My girl. Why my girl?
So you're gonna ask the man?
She didn't help me make it. It was created between the two people, so I feel like if anything were to happen, those are the two people that should go and handle it. Yep. I feel like he's a keeper. You said he's giving me the money.
He's giving you money to get rid of the kid. So he's
Are you gonna pocket it or not?
He's a keeper. Right. I probably had already took a plan B before that, but
right.
No, I feel
I'm just saying you're pregnant already.
All right, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, we're going into it.
Whew. I'm not gonna say that, knock on wood, but no, he is a keeper. I love that. I'm super pro-abortion. I feel like we're all ladies here. We love that. Super pro-abortion. If you understand, can I get a little more on a situation?
Yeah, you're pregnant. With
on a real situation?
Yeah, 3 months. No, let's just say you're pregnant with a man for 3 months.
Does he have a job?
I don't want the baby. So
you don't want the baby?
I don't want the baby.
Okay.
So if he's got a job, you're keeping the baby?
I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that come into play with it, but I'm with her on that.
So you're saying if he's a high value man, you're trying to keep the baby?
Maybe if I'm a benefit from it later. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Well, he already gave you the money to go get it. He doesn't want nothing to do with you, obviously. If you
maybe
it.
not.
I don't think
with the baby,
right.
But with me, he gave me the money. He's coming with me. We're gonna go do it together, and
it's a shopping.
Right,
She's like, we're gonna go do it together.
Who said that we wanted the baby?
Yeah, exactly.
We young.
Maybe it was a mutual understanding.
So if a guy gives you the money, you're good to go get it. Go get the abortion.
No, well, first of all, I'm 30 years old. So I feel like, at this point in my life, I already have a child, but, it's been a while. And I feel like if my guy were to be like, oh, here's the money to have an abortion. And speaking long term, we've been together for a long time. No, you're done. You're cut the fuck off because, I feel like if you're able to nut in me and, you want to do all this shit and you're not responsible to be like, hey, babe, go get a plan B. At the end of the day, and I'm ready to keep this baby. Fuck you, fuck the money. No, we're keeping this baby and that's it.
So if you're with them for a long time, you're saying you're keeping it?
I mean, I don't feel like a woman should initiate the fact that you want to keep the child, but I feel like the man should definitely be like, hey, babe, whatever you want to do. A guy telling you to go keep the baby is basically him saying that he doesn't want to be with you. So what does that tell you?
Said keep the baby. What do you mean?
If a guy doesn't want you to keep the child, if he's giving you the money to go get an abortion, it's because he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't look at it long term. Because if he saw you as a wife, if he pictured you as a mother, he'd be like, keep it. He wouldn't be giving you the money to go get an abortion. He'd be talking to you about ways and planning ways to make this work and become a family. I mean, at what point is it when is enough enough?
Well,
I'm
when saying you're only dating for 2 months, not a long relationship.
If you let somebody nutting you for 2 months,
things happen. So that's what I was saying.
No, true.
I get it. If it's long term, that's a different story. But if it's a
one-off or something,
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But the thing is, a lot of these girls, they try to trap these guys. Let's say you're fucking with a rapper and he nuts in you, and he gives you the money. How many are gonna actually go get that abortion now?
I'm not.
Right. And that's a young thing goes out the window.
So what do you feel? How do you feel about it?
Well, it depends. I feel like if we're in agreement, then cool, I'm gonna go get it. But if I'm not in agreement, then you can shove your money up.
So the guy being high value makes a priority if you're in agreement or not. So if he's a multimillionaire, keeping it?
I'm keeping it.
Even if he gives you the money,
y'all crazy.
Listen, they tell you that they don't want the baby. What are you doing?
What are you keeping it for?
I'm not
Hell no.
Baby. I just feel like that's not enough. That's a major decision, a major life.
Right.
I don't care how much.
It's a pride thing too. It's a respect thing, right?
It's
and it's not fair to the baby.
It's not, because what type of man are you? You can have all this money, but are you somebody who I really want to raise a child with? And I'm responsible for this person's life and what they put out into the world. So it's
yeah, if you're not wanted, then why even take it there?
Baby's gonna
just
be
because he's a high value man. Yeah. But a lot of women will do that. Tony. You know, so
because if I want the baby, say I do want the baby, and he's a high value man, right? And then whatever, we break up. Still, I'm still getting my child support.
Of course, you're taken care of.
My kid's still getting paid, and that doesn't mean that I can't find my true love or whoever. I want my kids, so we're good.
But you only want the kid because he's a man who's high valued man, right?
You want a bag.
Right. You want to secure the bag. You don't want the baby. You want to secure the bag.
The bag, and I can still have love though, not with him.
Both of them.
No, she's right. She's
That
right.
way, she made
So you don't think she's wrong?
No, because she wants to keep. She wants a baby. She wants to keep the kid.
But he's telling you not to keep
it. You never know. But if the man is telling you, hey, you're a one-off, honey. Like, I got my baby mama at home. You're a one-off. I went in you on exit. Here's the money. Go home. That's it. And you still come back 9 months later knocking on the door. I mean, you did secure the bag at the end of the day.
With that one.
That would have been fucked
You gonna keep it up
You
later.
went deep with that one.
I'm just saying, if you think about it.
I mean, but that is everyday situations, and that's real life.
But you went deep with that one. That was a good one. Like, it was a one-off, and okay, that's a different situation.
But that is the actual reality of a lot of people nowadays. You know, even like, you know, these high profile men, these celebrities and all this stuff, you know, they get these scandals. Look at Tristan Thompson's trifling ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for
never.
instance.
I could never.
You could never. Why? Why could you never?
I don't care. Like, I don't care what your value is. If I don't want a baby, I'm not having one. I don't care what you say. It's not your opinion. It's mine.
So what if you want it and he's telling you not to keep it?
That's different. If I was older, I feel like it varies in age. I feel like if you're younger, it's always the woman's decision. But at the end of the day, when you're younger, it's like, okay, like, y'all need to have that talk. If you're a man fucking a girl raw, then that's on you. You should have that responsibility to buy plan B or like use protection or whatever the case may be. But if you're like an older
Plan B
30,
does mess you up though.
yeah, it does.
It does. Thank you for being a man and realizing.
Yeah,
that.
thanks for having some knowledge.
Yeah, it
on
does mess you
women.
up internally. Plan B.
Yeah.
But an abortion will do you worse.
An abortion is worse.
It'll do you worse than a plan B.
No, of course. But just generally speaking, so you had a one-nighter, okay? The guy's worth $20 million, right?
Ooh.
I mean,
Keeping it. Secure the bag.
That comes in the
man, you're shaking your head over there. What?
Wait.
I don't give a fuck how much money you have. If I don't want a baby, I don't want a baby.
Because
like, I'm destroying
hold
my-
on a second. Let's hold on a second.
You ain't destroying shit. You're securing the bag, honey. That's what that's called.
Let's take it in. Average man makes $50,000 to $100,000 a year. Average. That's there. $50,000 a year is 20 years to make $1 million. Okay, you got $20 million. A man's making an exceptional amount of money. You're collecting in child support alone over $14,000 a month if you really break down the numbers after you have that baby. So realistically,
I don't know. I feel like
you've kind of secured yourself pretty well, right?
in a way, yes, but for me, like, I don't look at money as value like that. So I'm just, to me, it's just
Why?
like, no,
Why?
I don't. If I don't
Why
want a baby,
don't you?
like, I'm not gonna have it because then I'm not gonna give it all the attention and love it deserves. I'm just gonna be like,
That's
all
why
right,
you get
it's
a
just my
nanny
kid.
because he's rich.
But then I can't, bro. I can't.
Well, how do you feel about this?
Provide a better lifestyle for your child, though.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, you
1000%.
can't. I understand that, but you're tied to this person for the rest of your life, whether you like it or not. I mean,
Financially, maybe.
financially, but it's just like it's just that's too big of a.
It's a commitment. I have a 14-year-old son. So trust me, I understand the person that you have a child with definitely plays a big part in your life and, you know, everything overall. So
Half the baby's them too.
It is. Oh, girl.
So you're gonna be looking at like a spinning
I love my
image.
son, so I take that back. A little throw up.
I mean, Illinois, let me help you guys out. Illinois is one of the only states now that actually will let you actually get an abortion now, as other states have really gone away
As
with
they
it
should.
and things are changing again in society, you know. So I think it's key to actually, you know, decide on what you want to do with it here in Illinois. But generally speaking, if the girl is extremely good looking too, the male actually might want to
Oh, they want to
keep
trap
it
you.
too. Yeah, they're gonna trap you too. So how do you feel if it's a little role reversed, you know?
I'm
My decision.
baby going straight.
Hey, like
It is on
I'm
us.
going through it. It's my body. So.
A man can hand you the money and be like, hey, go get this done. I don't want to hear about it afterwards, whatever the case may be. And it's up to us to go to that appointment and get that done and really be done with it. Or just be like,
I feel like
I really
all
do
bullshit
come
aside, it boils down to having self-respect and a shame thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're scandalous and you don't give a fuck and you really are in it for the money, then sorry, Tony, not calling you scandalous. But I know, but I'm just
saying because I'm not only in it for the money though. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm saying if I agree,
but if a guy's literally telling you like, I don't want you to keep this baby, I feel like that's a smack in the face. Like, have some respect, no matter how much money he's worth. Like, if a guy's telling you, like, I don't want this kid with you, like, hey, have some respect and be like, okay, well, fuck you.
Right.
That
wasn't what he was saying.
But I'm saying also the damage that it does to your body. So you might not have another kid. So this might be your own.
Well, I'm going to need that BBL money up front.
So if you think about it, it's not wrong both ways. You get pregnant, it's okay. The doctor says, hey, you have this baby. And if you don't, realistically, you may not have another one. Now, the story's changed, correct? It's not about the man or the woman. Realistically, it's about you as an individual. Hey, I want this kid.
I mean, there's so many different scenarios when it comes to that. I feel like we are blessed to obviously live in America where we have this freedom to do all this stuff. But I know there's all these states that are like trying to, be anti-abortion and stuff like that. And I think it's pretty fucked up because as women, what if you like incest and rape and all kinds of shit? Like, you want to be able to have a choice, but unfortunately that's not the case for everybody, but we're blessed that we're able to make that decision and stuff like that.
The population is going down everywhere too. So that's realistically, if you look at why things are changing, population has gone down dramatically. So everybody thinks population is going up. It's actually going down every year.
Why is that? I wasn't aware of that.
It is actually going down.
Because we have choices now.
So you think that's why they're making the anti-abortion laws?
To keep population up?
Yes.
I think population needs to go up, definitely. To keep growing.
There was an article in the news about it.
Yeah,
like they said population is going down is ruining the economy.
Oh wow.
Because people don't want to have kids no more.
Yeah, and we need to keep that to keep working class.
I feel like people are getting smarter and smarter. Back in the day, people were popping out 4, 5, 6 kids. My grandma had 9 kids, and it's like me. Like I have one, and I'm done. I don't want any more kids.
It costs a lot more now to raise a child.
Well, no, not really. There's Link. There's fucking all kinds of government assistance.
Wants to live that way.
No, but I'm saying there is a lot of assistance now. Way more that they had. There's so many resources now. Way more than they had back in the. You can even get a free abortion now.
But just think about it. Go back 10 years to your grandmas or whatever. Most of your grandmas have like 10 kids.
My grandma has 9 kids.
Yeah, and then
that's crazy.
Your mom will have 4 or 5, and then when it gets down,
my mom had 5.
To you, you girls now are 1, 2.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of.
The thing is, there's a lot of baby mamas, but there's not enough wives, and that's the problem nowadays. I'm a baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. Like, I don't want to be stupid and just keep popping out kids. Like, I feel like that lowers your value as a woman. I'm sorry to say, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for that. But if you keep making the same mistake over and over, bitch, you shouldn't be voting because you chose the wrong man one too many times.
Yeah, multiple baby
no
daddies.
offense, but I'm just keeping it 100. Like at the end of the day, I had
like women that have multiple, and men too that have multiple baby mamas, multiple baby daddies. I do feel like their negativity.
I mean, it's a form of like. Irresponsible.
What are you doing?
And even though some people do take care of their kids, it's like you keep, you're bringing these kids in this world to suffer because they have broken homes. You got one kid going with this dad, another kid going with that dad. And I feel like, 2 baby daddies, like, okay, when you make the mistake 3, 4 times, like, okay, baby girl, get it together.
And then there's always like, who's my daddy? Because they're growing up with, no, seriously.
You're not my dad.
Because they're young and like, say they're talking on the phone and, hey, daddy. And the other little girl's like, that's my daddy too. Hey, daddy. And now your kid's confused calling this man the daddy and that's not your fucking daddy. Like,
yeah.
And I'll be damned if my kid is calling another man like mom or another girl mommy. That's not your mommy. I'm your mommy.
I feel like some step parents though do deserve that title because they really do step to the plate. Like
if they're stepping to the plate.
But for the
I think society has changed. Social media has ruined the game for a lot of people, and people think they have too many options, so they don't care. They'll leave their person they've been with 10 years, 12 years. Back in the day, you didn't meet 400 different people in one post, right? You post something up as a pretty girl or a different angle, you're going to get those likes, whatever. Hey, I'll message this guy. This guy looks interesting. So you meet a lot more people. Back then, 30 years ago, before social media, you met Sally down the street and that was your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious. If you talk to your grandfather or grandmother, realistically, if you think about it, they met and they didn't meet. different people. He worked at whatever, and he was simple, right?
Well, back in the day, there wasn't social media, so whatever Grandpappy did was not, documented.
Right, because Granddaddy was cheating.
Papa was a Rolling Stone, might I add. Just saying. Like, everything was on the low, so everything is in the public.
There's
So
receipts for everything.
In the public eye?
It's not better. It definitely ruined,
It's receipts. People are coming with screenshots.
Yes,
People are coming with the tea. You can't hide now. People are getting exposed for the fucking dogs and the hoes that y'all are.
What about you, Sarah? How do you feel?
About the whole situation, I love social media. I've been hearing a lot of people recently. Actually,
You little young buck.
I'm in my element.
You love it. Why?
That.
Why do you love it?
Like you said, it's the options, and honestly, I own my own, business, so the networking is amazing.
True.
Like you said, the options is there.
It's a platform.
The options with men.
With men, with women, with...
Do you swing both ways?
Yeah, I was like, she said woman.
With everybody.
With men.
Elena got excited.
I'm crying.
Hold on. So the option with men, that's what keeps it alive. So if you really think you're not getting off your social media for no man then, right? Because you like to keep those options open, or...
Like if a man tells you gotta
Oh,
delete your
no,
Instagram?
No.
For the right bag. Yes. But
That's where I feel like we need to reflect on ourselves as women too, because like you said, there's not enough wives. But this is the reason why there's not enough wives, because you won't get off of social media for the right man. What if, he's like, okay, I'm going to take care of home. I'm going to give you the children. I don't want you to get an abortion. I want you to be my wife. Will you get off of social media?
But I could be a wife with social media. That's my point.
No, you can't.
But if your husband...
Your husband can't see, oh man, she's got 40 guys in her DMs. You're going sooner or later, honey.
I'm not replying to any of them.
That doesn't matter. You're looking.
You can have social media and be in a committed
1,000.
Definitely.
So you're saying you're not replying to any of them. So your guy goes to the strip club and he just goes and just looks. So you're doing the same thing.
I'm going with him.
You're going with him. Where?
To the strip club?
She just said she likes girls.
You said you're just looking. It's the same thing, right? He's just looking at the club, right?
No, social media is an outlet. Like people use that that's a job for some people.
As of right now, that's where my money's coming in from. My social media, definitely.
Okay.
So it's my income right now. So unless you're willing to, take care of me.
Like she just said, the guy's going to take care of you. He's there for you. You give it up or no?
I didn't necessarily grow up like that. I'm a very independent woman. So for a guy to give me everything, I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay, a woman gives you everything.
Me?
Yeah, a woman.
A woman, a guy, anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah, whatever.
The thing.
I like getting it on my own. I'm a very expensive girl. I don't know. I mean, if I find the right guy that's willing to cover all the costs, I take it down.
So it all comes down.
You know what? I'm gonna rethink that.
I'll take all of them down.
I haven't found them yet.
Okay.
It's
Girls,
up.
thank you guys so much
Taking
for,
applications.
Thank you so much for this episode, and thank you so much for being on with us. And tune in next week to Wake Up. Thank you.
All right.